Hey, what's going on, folks? It's Creative Duelist here representing Team FDK, and I've been making decks creative since 2016. Welcome, folks. Before I get this deck profile up and running, I'm going to go ahead and announce a couple of things, of course. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, like, and comment, leave your feedback, and of course, make sure you check out the links down in the description. We are sponsored by Inked Gaming. They sell a variety of items such as mouses and keyboards. If you purchase anything from them, please implement the promo code TEAMFTK10 to get your 10% discount on anything you shall purchase. Also, we do have a Facebook group, so if you'd like to join that, links will be in the description. And if you guys would like to support us on a personal level, we do have a PayPal in the description. But yes, folks, let's get right into the meat and potatoes. I figured I'd give Geargia's some spotlight. I love this deck. This deck's one of my favorite rogue decks. I remember back in the day when Geargia's were top tier, when the format was a lot slower. But I figured I'd breathe new life back into the deck and give you guys something fresh. So let's start with the monster lineup. So I've got the triple Geargia armor, pretty standard. When this card is flipped face up, you get to add any Geargia monster from your deck to your hand, which is pretty good, very standard. Triple Arsenal, he gains 200 attack points for each Geargia monster you control, and you contribute him and special summon a Geargia monster from your deck. It's pretty nice. Triple Geargia Accelerator, if you control a Geargia monster, you can special summon Accelerator right from your hand, and if Accelerator is sent to the graveyard, you get to add back a Geargia monster from your graveyard, except itself. Unfortunately, it's a when effect when he leaves the field, so it's kind of situational. Sometimes he will miss timing a lot of the times, but you got to be careful on how Accelerator leaves the field. And then I've got the double Geargia Augur. I do have a third copy, but I can't find it. But 2 works just fine. Upon normal summon, you get to add 1 level 4 Earth Machine type monster from your deck to your hand, except himself. You cannot declare attacks or special summon monsters except machine type monsters for the rest of the turn. So that's not too bad. There are times where you will make monsters that aren't machine, but most of the time you're going to be making Geargia X, so that's not really too much of a restriction. Then triple Geargiano Mark II. Upon normal summon or flip summon, you can special summon 1 Geargia monster from your hand or graveyard in defense position. Good for link plays. Then 1 Geargiano, you contribute this card and target 1 level 4 machine monster in your graveyard and special summon it from the graveyard, but its effects are negated, just link fodder. And then 1 Mark III, when this card is special summoned by the effect of a Geargia card, you can special summon 1 Geargia monster from your hand or graveyard in defensive position, except himself, but its effects are negated. You can only use the effect once per turn, and it also has a special summon restriction after you use the effect, so you can't special summon anything except for Geargia monsters, which is kind of, that's like the worst drawback. I wish it just said machines, so if you do that, you're only locked to summoning Geargias. Then we got the hand traps, just double Ash and double Veiler to round up the monster lineup. Alright, onto the spells. I do play triple Pot of Duality, because I do play the double Pot of Desires. So it's not bad if we snipe a Duality away, it's not too bad. Then we got double Iron Core. Really good, because it helps to recur back machines, and then you can just make more combos. Then I do play the 1 Pot of Avarice just to recycle back the Geargia X's, because we will burn for our extra deck a lot, so 1 Avarice is good. And it also helps us recycle back any accelerators. 1 Call by the Grave and 1 Monster Reborn. You can play Regeki for like more of a budget, on the budget side, but I just didn't put it in. But yeah, it's up to personal preference. Alright, onto the traps. I played a triple Gear. This card pretty much gets the deck rolling. You get to special summon 2 Geargiano monsters from the deck and increase their levels by 1. You can only activate 1 once per turn, which isn't too bad. This is good especially during your opponent's end phase, so if you have 2 of these set on the field, let's say your opponent ends their turn, you flip 1, you bring out 2 from deck. The restriction won't hurt you because it's during your opponent's end phase, and then during your turn, you can just flip up the second copy, and then that's how you get your combos going. Then we got double Compulse, double Fiendish Chain, and Solemn Family, double Judgment. You can play triple if you like, double Strike, and double Warning. This is just all back row hate. Like Gears is kind of a helmet deck, so you just want to kind of like, the deck is kind of turtley, so you kind of have to play it slow, and the traps hinder your opponent so you can get your stuff going. And then the last of the traps I play is double Storming Mirror Force to deal with stuff we can't get over. Alright, that's going to round the whole main deck. I'm going to go right into the extra deck, folks. So for the extra deck, I play the triple Geargia X. Sorry, it's an ugly common. I wanted another super rare. Secrets are nice too, but yeah. Basically, you can detach material and add one level 4 or lower machine type monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand. And when he leaves the field, you get to special summon a level 3 or lower Geargia monster from your graveyard back onto the field, which is pretty good. So yeah, triple of that. And for the rest of the rank 4s, one Baguska. I've got the Utopia package. One Castal. One Honorarch. One Exoton Knight. One Tornado Dragon. One Abyss Dweller. And the one Geargia Gigant XG. This card is pretty good. So during either player's battle step, while an attack is evolving, a machine type monster is occurring, you detach material and you basically, it's a soul drain, so a skill drain, sorry. It negates all the effects of all face-up monsters your opponent controls, and your opponent cannot activate cards or effects, which is pretty good. These effects last to the end of the damage step, which kind of sucks. I wish it was just permanent, but it's still decent. And he also has another effect where if this face-up card leaves the field, you get to special summon a Geargia card. Well, sorry, you don't special summon, my bad. You add it to your hand. So you get to add back any of the Mark 1s, the Mark 2s, the Mark 3s, or any of the other Geargia level 4 monsters. So 1X is pretty good. And then for the links, I play one five-headed dragon. It's so easy to make an explosive field full of Geargia monsters. 5-headed dragon isn't even a gimmick. It's so easy to make in this build. That's why I play one. And I play one Platinum Gadget just to kind of help with the combos, and one Mrs. Radiant because it's Earth and it boosts their attack points. But yes, folks, that's going to wrap the whole main deck, extra deck, and the whole profile. So thank you all for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, please remember to leave a like, comment down below. Feedback is always nice to hear. Tell me your thoughts in the comment section. Please check the links out, and of course, Creative Duelist representing Team FDK, signing out. Peace.